Well, unless you have an endless supply of money, you probably don't just run out and purchase the latest computer or cell phone that hits the market just because it is the newest technology. But would that even be a good idea if you could? Live at 5's technology expert Cliff Poe joins us now with the answer to that, as well as all of your questions. So I know that you come in with the latest gadgets, but is that the best thing to do for the everyday person?
No, I don't really think so. I kind of have a rule. If it's a portable device like a tablet or a phone, I kind of stick with a 3-year rule. I try to get 3 years out of that device before I go out and upgrade. If it's a notebook, I try to get 3 to 5 years out of it. And if it's a desktop, I try for the same thing, about 3 to 5. And here's why. The difference in, say, an iPad 2 and an iPad 3 is really, there are some minor differences, but the big deal breaker, or the big winner for most people, is the Retina display. Well, I personally can't tell a lot of difference in the Retina display and a regular, so I don't really see the reason to go out and buy a new one. A lot of people do it, they want the latest thing, it's an ego thing.
Well, yeah, everybody wants the latest and greatest.
And you mentioned endless supply of money. I wonder if Bill Gates buys the latest thing every day.
No, he just has his people make it.
For the regular peeps, I just think 3 years on the portable devices and 3 to 5 on the desktops and the notebooks, and I think that's a good number. You'll get a lot of use out of the device that way.
So you should tell your kids that as well?
You know, kids are harder on devices. Depends on how often they break them. You may have to go and buy them more often.
True. All right, let's get on to our KFDM News Facebook page. We've got some questions for you. My laptop is back in the shop. It has them stumped. It won't turn on, just shuts back down. I have a new hard drive. I'm not a techie. What should I do?
Only 3 things can go wrong with a notebook: the power supply, the battery, or the motherboard. If he's replaced the power supply and the battery and he's still got a problem, it's the motherboard.
Ooh.
If it's over 3 years old, probably not cost effective to fix it. That's a pretty good standard rule. If he writes that down and follows it, he'll make a good decision on what to do with that.
Okay, another question. My laptop says there's a problem with the fan. How much am I looking at to have it fixed or replaced?
It just seems like someone asked that on the last segment. The fans are really inexpensive, $5, $7, $12. Labor, $50, $60. If you spend more than $100, I'd be thinking about maybe getting a new notebook if it's old. If I had to pick a number, I would say $89 for the fan and the labor would be a good number to shoot for.
So is it a good idea? You see those desks or the laptop devices where you can put your computer on it and there's a fan built in. Are those good options to have?
It depends on the device. The Mac devices are all one piece. They're really good at distributing heat. Some of the Acer notebooks, they're not so good at distributing heat. So you ought to do your homework and find out what, say, Consumer Products or CNET says about your notebook and about how good it is at dissipating heat. Some of the earlier MacBooks didn't move heat so well, so those little coolers were very effective. So again, look online and see what others are saying about heat issues with the model that you're looking at.
Okay, I think we can squeeze in one more. I know my director is probably not going to like it. Is it necessary to defragment portable media such as memory card, cameras, and smartphones? And is clearing cache and cookies a good idea to keep the computer running smoothly on Windows 7?
I only defrag portable devices if it's over 32 gigs. I don't defrag my ThinkPad or my phone.
Okay, easy enough. Cliff, if folks want to get in touch with you, how do they do so?
They can reach us on our phone number. It's an 800 number. It is 877-255-8396.